Welcome, my dear viewers. This is the Unscrambled Manifesto of Africa. Today we are going to tackle power. Power. Power is ruthless. It's only merciful to those who wield it, are the words of the Prime Minister of Puyo in the Korean epic series Jumong. This is the generalization nature of power, and it goes back many years ago in the mystic origins of men. Who were the first men to yield power? And before then, where was power? Still, what is power? My dictionary defines power as 1. The ability to control people or things. 2. Political control of a country or an area. 3. In people, the ability or opportunity to do something. 4. Also powers, a particular ability of the body or mind. 5. The right or authority of a person or group to do something. 6. A country with a lot of influence in world affairs or with great military strength like the United States of America. The strength of or energy contained in something. 8. The energy that can be connected and used to operate a machine, or more commonly, 9. The public supply of electricity. I hope that the reader will forgive me for my ponderous start in this important edict. That is, I mean to start with power as the mother of politics, for it is in politics she is most sought, with the aim of controlling people, the country, their abilities or opportunities, their rights and authorities, their energy, and even other sources of energy and electricity supply. I do not embark on this to discuss the many nitty-gritties of the origins of power, or how to gain it, or convince you that in a democracy the power rests with the people, yet both you and I know of how the people are manipulated and cajoled into thinking they wield this power, yet time and time again they find themselves in the receiving end of ruthlessness, while the master manipulators, the elected leaders, are shown more mercy every day. Who then has power? These things have been discussed by preeminent scholars and thinkers before. My task is to pick a few and by emphasis write for the sake of laminating the souls of the readers. I tend to favor the exposition of power via the route of studying Mother Nature, for I believe she by no doubt has been yielding power for the longest time now. If we pour through nature, we can get the primordial energies or essence of power as it were, or as it should be. For instance, in the origins of life itself, there were excesses generated of life forms very close to human infinity levels, all possible combinations exhausted, all direction of evolution tried out, and possibly all niches in the vast ecosystems filled to the fullest possible limits. With time, as the scientists tell us, natural selection set in and other pressures from the elements leading to a wavy back and forth rejuvenation of Earth's species biodiversity. Some have become extinct, some are endangered, yet others proliferate, and others still remain as they have been for millions of years. The glorious functionality is beautiful to a distant viewer, never as it was, but still acquiring a new beauty each day. As the prow of the ship of science guided them in the sea of self-discovery, they learned of the modest position that humanity held. This was contrary to that held for thousands of years by spiritual and religious dogmas of man, that is, the world revolved around man. There was a time when all the powers of nature supported the age of dinosaurs, yet after a great era of rule, they were wiped out and the earth still remained beautiful. Now the powers of nature support the age of humans. Why? For how long and to what end? Yet the super coincidence of the jigsaw puzzle of Earth's history showing a deliberate plan to support humanity is now forcing scientists to rethink the importance of man on Earth. You see, we did not make the fossils that now give us energy, substitute it with power. It was not by our own initiative that we grew a super brain, yes, devoid of instincts, but superior in learning, adapting, creativity, and analysis and problem solving. Indeed, come to think of it, the fall of the dinosaurs was also a boon, and there are numerous such jigsaw pieces that, when fitted together, form the image of man as he wore power. Yet now we might feel that too much rope has been given him, and if he turns a fool, he shall hang himself withal. Nature does not owe any species. We owe it to nature. And if we can do with our power, all we can do with our power is to always have internal rows, intra-species war, and with our greed and selfishness disrupt the ecosystem that created the pristine environment that favored our shine, then our woes is or are just about to begin. The diminishing human role is but a warning sign, and I don't think the prodonor banks will yield a sustainable procreativity for long. Even the ore can be depleted, from which we have made our indelible infrastructures, and most recently have discovered they can also produce energy. We must minimize wastage and embrace recycling to create sustainable models for use of energy. What will those that yield power of Africa do with it? Will they wallow in short-term vision of using their might to eliminate their elder brother, the firstborn? And what can Africans do with power if tables were to turn after they eliminate the puppets that yield it with deleterious consequences? These questions make my brain revolve around the origins of thoughts in a super speed, each time trying to locate the correct or precise position to take, even as ancient scriptures words haunt me. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be at the end. It's on record that one brother answered God, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Thank you for watching me. See you next time.